This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats, all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And a very pleasant good evening, everybody, as we welcome you inside Preston Gym. As tonight, it's the Preston Lady Indians who take the floor as they'll play host to the Minico Spartans. And a very pleasant good evening, everyone. Dan Hubbard, glad to have you with us tonight. John Beverly's back in the studio this evening as well. Coming up after our game is done here this evening, we'll take you out to Laramie, Wyoming, where the Utah State Aggies are taking on the Cowboys. Tip-off for that game coming up just a little after 9 o'clock, so about an hour and 40 minutes from now. So for the Preston Indians, they return home after a big win the other night as they look to clinch a 4 seed with a win tonight in the upcoming conference tournament next week. In the last game, the Lady Indians down Pocatello 50-21 on Friday night. That was their 14th win of the year. They improved their conference record to 8-3. The Lady Indians now are one of 3 teams in the conference with 14 wins overall on the season. Cassie Pugmire with a great game, turned in a 19-point performance, 9 rebounds, and 4 steals. Kylie Larson also chipped in big with 16 points in the Ladies Indians win over Pocatello on Friday night. Of course, this is the next to the last game of the regular season tonight coming up for the Lady Indians. Their final game will come up Thursday. It'll be senior night, and the Century Diamondbacks will be here coming up on Thursday. But more importantly, for the Lady Indians, they can lock up no worse than a 4 seed tonight with a victory, as that would guarantee them at least one home game coming up in the conference tournament. If they can knock off Century coming up on Thursday, well, they have a shot at maybe having 2 home games coming up during the conference tournament as well. So tonight the ladies take on the Lady Spartans from Minico as they come into the game 5-6 in the conference, 8-11 overall this year. The Lady Spartans have won 4 of the last 7 games overall as they come into this second meeting of the year with the Preston Indians. And this, of course, there was the rematch game as the Lady Indians won at Minico back in December the 11th, winning 43-24 in that game. The Lady Spartans have won 10 of the last 13 meetings against the Lady Spartans, and the Indians hold a 15-12 overall advantage in the season overall tournament here against the Lady Spartans of Minico. So we'll take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll chat a couple of minutes with Ryan Harris, the head coach of the Lady Indians. We'll do all that as we continue right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome to West Motor Ford. We love happy customers. With multiple financing options, it's easy to drive your new vehicle home. We offer a full line of new Fords and a constantly changing pre-owned vehicle inventory. Our service department is top-notch with technicians trained for everything from routine maintenance to major repairs. With a large selection of parts and accessories, including tires, we've got you covered. So come in and let us turn up your happy meter. Visit West Motor Ford in Preston today.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Spend a couple of minutes with Coach Harris as we get ready for the game here against Minico tonight. The win against Pocatello the other night, a nice bounce back win for you. Had lost 3 out of 4. And you came able to come back and get that win against the Indians the other night.
Yeah, I told the girls before the game that they need to remember we got a little bit of a bad taste in our mouth from dropping some games that we should have had. you talk about Jerome and Burley, those are games we should have had, and then maybe the Century game we could have had, type of things. And so it's like, hey, girls, we got to go out there and let Pocatello know early that we're still a little bit ticked off about what went on, and they're going to have to pay the consequences for it. And so I think our girls came out and responded and did exactly that. Pocatello hit a shot or two early, and then after that, we were able to clamp down on them and blow the game open. So.
And you come into this game tonight, a team that you've already beaten once this year.
Sure. Minico's a team that I think we beat them by 19 up there, almost 20. But it was, if you've looked at any of their scores lately, and we've watched them on film lately, they gave Century a heck of a ball game, and were right in it down to the last seconds. Ended up, I think they lost by 5, and they beat Burley the 2 days before we lost to Burley. So. They're playing some good basketball right now. On film, they're a different team than who we played a month and a half ago or whenever it was. And so I tried to instill that in the girls that, hey, they've improved, but we've improved. So let's go out and get after them early. If we let them hang around, we up for a tough ball game. But I think it's one if we can get out and play well early that we should be able to get them. So
not only play well early, but also the prize at the end of the game, at the end of the rainbow, is you guarantee yourself a home game for the first round of the tournament with a win tonight.
Right. It's most likely the way things are going to play out, we should have the 4 seed, right? But that's not guaranteed. But yeah, this one would guarantee a home game. But the bigger picture, we get 2 of them. We come close to guaranteeing a 2nd seed, which would get us 2 home games. And so that's important that we get this one tonight first, and then we can turn our focus to Thursday's game and get that second one, because seeding's important. Home games are big. So yeah, every game right now counts. No margin for error left.
It's nice to have Sage Meek back on the floor without that boot on her ankle.
Yeah, Sage is still a little bit tender in the ankle. She's going to see limited minutes tonight. But yeah, it's good to have her back. Sage is a threat from outside. She's a great defender, and so yeah, she brings a lot to our team.
You look back at that game and step back a second, look back at that game against Pocatello again. Cassie Puckmeyer turns in another big game as a senior steps up and turns in 19 points again.
Yeah, Cassie had a very nice game, and she was 1 rebound away from a double-double, and that was in limited play. I looked back at her minutes, and I think she only played like 18 minutes. We set her out all the 4th quarter and some of the 3rd, and so, yeah, she put up a good game. But Pocatello, they're a little bit undersized, and so Cassie was capable of having that type of game against Pocatello.
You'll allow yourself to look forward to Thursday night and again a rematch with Century?
No, I've tried not to think about it. I mean, we know it's looming. We've known that game has been looming all year long. When you look at the schedule, senior night and all that stuff, but we know how important this game is tonight, and so can't allow yourself to do that. It's take care of the task at hand.
Best of luck tonight.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it.
That's Ryan Harris with us here on the pregame show. Take a time out. Back with more right after this.
KACH, mylocal.radio.com.
A higher level of precision and accuracy, that's what the new Naveo robotic assistance system at Franklin County Medical Center provides you. Whether you're in need of revision, partial or total knee replacement, the new robotic assisted surgery technology at Franklin County Medical Center allow knee surgery candidates the comfort of knowing that their knee surgery will be performed with confidence, improving the function, feel, and longevity of your new knee. Learn more about the new robotics machine at fcmc.org. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
This time of year, the weather can change quickly. That means the road conditions change quickly too. If you usually feel stressed when you're driving as the weather changes, it might be because you don't have the right tires for the road conditions. Let West Motor Company help you choose the tires that will meet your needs. Take the stress out of your winter driving with a set of 4 new tires. Visit any of our dealerships in Preston or Logan today. West Motor Company, we do tires.
WestMotorCompany.com.
The keys to tonight's game are brought to you by Naylor Insurance.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-0810.
KACH. KACH.
And once again, welcome back here to the pregame show. Time to take a look at some of the keys to tonight's game as far as the Preston Indians are concerned. Key number one would be obviously be to finish strong. There's 2 games left in the regular season before the conference tournament gets started next week. The Indians still have a shot with a win tonight. They can lock up that shot of at least one home game coming up in the tournament. If they can beat Century coming up on Thursday, they might have an outside shot at 2 home games during that conference tournament, which could be very big. So need to finish strong, not only tonight, but Thursday night as well against Century. Control the turnovers. Play has begun to get a little bit sloppy again, like it was at the beginning of the season. Take care of the ball is a big part of a big effort that the Indians need tonight, and a strong finish. And don't get caught up in the trap. On Thursday, you get a shot at the conference leading Century Diamondbacks. However, don't look past this game here tonight. Tonight's opponent, Minico. Minico is still a tough team who can just step up and beat the Lady Indians given the opportunity. So you can't look past tonight's game, and certainly don't fall into the trap, as this is a classic trap game here tonight for the Preston Indians. Keys to tonight's game brought to you by Naylor Insurance. For life, home, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw, stop by Naylor Insurance on State Street in Preston or call 208-852-0821. That's 208-852-0810. Take a timeout. We'll come back, look at other games around the conference that's coming up tonight. We'll do all that as we continue right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing Vegas style, boys.
Brush up on your NASCAR trivia. Listen to win each weekday. You can win tickets to the NASCAR Series February 20th through the 23rd at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The drawing will be held on February 12th. When you hear a qualifying NASCAR question, call the KACH radio station at 208-852-1340. All callers with the correct answer will be entered into the drawing to win the tickets. Must be 21 years or older to register.
If it's time to sell your home, retail property, or land, make sure to hire the realtor that has your best interest in mind. This is Mike Hansen, broker at Cornerstone Real Estate. As a licensed real estate broker in Idaho and Utah, I have over 20 years of experience helping folks successfully sell property. I would like the opportunity to help you list and sell for the best price as quickly as possible. Call me today to schedule an appointment. Let's work together to make the sale of your property as simple and successful as possible. Mike Hansen, 801-510-1121.
Are you looking for a different? Other games coming up tonight involving Great Basin 10 teams. Pocatello will be at Burley tonight. Twin Falls is at Canyon Ridge. Century is on the road. They'll take on Jerome. Wood River is at Mountain Home this evening. And, of course, here at Preston Gym, it's the Minico Spartans against the Preston Indians. We invite you now to stay tuned. All the excitement of Preston Indian Lady Basketball is coming up right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
A higher level of precision and accuracy, that's what the new Naveo robotic assistance system at Franklin County Medical Center provides you. Whether you're in need of revision, partial, or total knee replacement, the new robotic assisted surgery technology at Franklin County Medical Center allow knee surgery candidates the comfort of knowing that their knee surgery will be performed with confidence, improving the function, feel, and longevity of your new knee. Learn more about the new robotics machine at fcmc.org. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield.
It's time for Preston High School Indians basketball. The Indians hit the court looking to bring home a Great Basin 10 title and make a run for a berth in the state playoffs. All the excitement of Preston basketball is brought to you by West Motors, with Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks all available right here in Preston. By Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. By Stokes Market True Value, the big city market with small town friendliness. By Rouse Construction, bringing custom homes to the Blue Sage Park community right here in Preston. By Webb Funeral Home, just off Highway 91 at the south end of Preston. By Hawaiian Bowl Grill inside Poppin' Pins Bowling Center. Come try the best Hawaiian food right here in the city of Preston. By Naylor Insurance, for life, home, and auto insurance from Mutual of Enumclaw on State Street in Preston. By Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. By Idaho Salvage, where you can turn your scrap metals into cash. By Preston Auto Parts CarQuest on State Street in downtown Preston. By Valley Implement. By S&T Electric. And by MyLocalRadio.com. Tonight's game is a presentation of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School Athletics and Preston Broadcasting. It's presented for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or use of descriptions or accounts of this game without the express written consent of Preston Broadcasting, LLC is strictly prohibited. And a very pleasant, once again, good evening, everybody, as we welcome you inside here at Preston Gym, as it's time for the Preston Lady Indians to take on the Minico Spartans here tonight. The starting lineup for the Indians looks this way. Haley Meek, the 5'9 sophomore, will start this evening for Coach Ryan Harris, as will Michaela Robertson. Lexi Harris, senior, averaging just over 4 points a game, gets a start this evening. Cassie Pugmire, the senior, almost 9 points a game average, leads the team in three-pointers made with 24 on the year. And Kylie Larson, the junior, 7 points per game, leads the team in total rebounds. For Minico tonight, the starters, Itzel Guzman. Bailey Black will start tonight as well. She is a 5'6 senior. Guzman's a 5'4 junior. Taranti Polares is a 5'6 junior. She will start. Kylie McManus, a 5'5 senior, will start tonight as well. And in the middle, Allie Vorwaller will get the start tonight for the Lady Spartans. So the Preston Indians will try to clinch a number 4 seed tonight in the conference tournament with a win. They can do that with either a win tonight or a loss on the road by the Burley Bobcats, as we're ready to play some basketball. The tip is controlled by Preston. Up into the front court, it's Michaela Robertson who's getting a start this evening, as Robertson in place of Sage Meek tonight, who's going to have her minutes limited because of that ankle injury she sustained about a week and a half ago. Goes back over to Robertson on the angle. Her pass is deflected, however, makes its way to Larson inside, as Larson will double dribble and turn the ball over. So the turnover on the first possession tonight by the Indians, and it goes over to Minico. Lady Indians will come out in the full court press as they get it up into the front court. As it comes to McManus into the front court, driving down low. Her shot there is no good. Taken down by the Indians. The shot missed inside by Vorwaller. Down to the left corner, it goes to Robertson. Robertson swings it back out top. It comes back to Haley Meek. In the right corner, it comes to Cassie Pugmire for a three right away. No good. Long rebounds off to Robertson. Puts it back up. That's no good. Larson has the rebound inside. Goes back up. Good. Kylie Larson with the putback, and the Indians lead 2-0 here early on. Again, the full court pressure put on by the Indians. Again, they get it up to McManus. Up into the front court. Pull-up jumper there is by Polares. That's no good. And the Indians have the rebound again. They'll get it to Haley Meek up into the front court. In the left corner, it goes to Robertson. Back out top to Meek. Swing it back around to Harris, and the right corner now goes back to Pugmire. Back down on the block. Nice move by Larson. Bank it in. 4 quick points by Larson, and it's 4-0 Preston here early on. They break the press again as McManus drives all the way to the basket, lay it up and in left-handed. Kylie McManus able to get her team on the board, but the Indians still lead 4-2 as it comes back to Meek back in the front court. Harris, long three-pointer from the right corner is an air ball taken out of midair. Quickly up into the front court, tried to get it to McManus, a little bit too far for out in front of her, and it goes out of bounds. So the turnover, and the ball will go back over to Preston. So the Indians have the ball, backcourt, with a 4-2 lead here early on. They'll bring it back into the front court. Meek. Pugmire now over on the left side. Back out top to Harris on the angle right. Robertson, three-pointer from the right side. Needs a bounce, won't get it. Good hustle by Larson to get to the rebound. Kicks it back out top to Harris. Swing it back over to Pugmire. Her three from the left side this time is no good. Punched out by Robertson, tries to save it, but it goes out of bounds. So the ball goes back to Minico, and again Preston will come out in the press. Ooh, Robertson almost took that away. Comes up to the midcourt stripe, and Pugmire's going to be whistled for a foul. The pass was to Trinity Polaris as Pugmire almost picked it off, but then got a body on Polaris, and they call a blocking foul on her. So that's her first foul. In fact, it's the first foul for either side here this evening. Up into the front court, here comes Bailey Black with it. Bounce it down to the elbow, goes back to Polaris. She tries a little wild shot, left-handed, down low. Rebound is inside to Vorwaller, but she's fouled on the rebound. Alexis Harris will be called for the foul. That's her first, team second here early on. Ball bounds out of bounds to Minico underneath their own basket. Try to force the ball inside. Indians got a hand on it. Indians take it away. Here comes Harris. 2-on-1. Now make it 2-on-2. Meek off the glass and in. Haley Meek with a little bank shot. Gives her team a 4-point lead once again. As Polaris in the backcourt in trouble. Gets it across the timeline. As she gets it up in the front court, it comes to Black. Back out top. As Shaylee Hawks is in the game here, number 2 in red. Crossover dribble by Black. Drives down the right side of the lane, tries to force it inside. Harris knocked it down. Harris blocked the shot, and then it's going to go to the Indians. Last touched by Hawks as she tried to keep it on the floor. Riley Nielsen into the game. Also, Taylon Stimson into the game, who had a good game against Preston in the game up in Minico. As coming onto the floor here for the first time tonight for the Indians is Sydney Marlowe as well, as Cassie Pugmire goes to the bench. Robertson, 18-foot jumper is good. Robertson has her first 2 points of the game. That makes it 8-2, Preston on top. Hawks in the front court, wild pass goes out of bounds underneath their own basket. Tonight's game is brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center. For the finest care you'll find in all of the Cache Valley, it's Franklin Medical Center. 4:14 to play here in the first as Sage Meek comes in for the first time. Preston leading 8-2. Sage is getting around pretty well on the ankle. They just want to limit her minutes and get her more ready for the conference tournament coming up next week. Goes to Robertson down in the left corner. Cross-court pass comes to Meek. It's intercepted. It's Stimson able to pick off the pass, driving all the way. Pass, her shot is partially blocked, and the rebound and the foul. As Black got the rebound and she was fouled trying to go back up. So she'll go to the free throw line and shoot a couple. As the foul's going to go against Michaela Robertson. That'll be her first and the team's third. Hey, be listening weekday mornings between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. for your chance to win a daily pass to the Brand X Western Hunting and Conservation Expo going down in Salt Lake. Those giveaways are happening through the end of this week. Listen to win on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH. First shot was no good. Black's second is good. And she has her first point of the game, and it's Preston 8, Minico 3 here as we go under 4 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Marlowe to Sydney, Sage Meek rather. tries to give it to Haley Meek, and Haley does the little travel and turns the ball back over. As Marlowe wisely steps in front of the pass to pick it off. As the Preston Indians get it back up in the front court. Back to Marlowe. Left side, free throw line extended. Wild pass underneath. Nobody there except red-shirted Spartans. As it'll be Taylon Stimson to intercept the pass and bring it back up into the front court. 3.5 to play here in the first quarter. Stimson, backdoor pass. That's punched away by Larson. The ball ends up in the band. Good defense there by Kylie Larson to punch the ball away. As 2 in, 2 out here for Minico. As Itzel Guzman returns. As they try to get the ball to Vorwaller, she drops it out of bounds. So the pass to Vorwaller was a little bit errant. She got a hand on it but couldn't control it. And the ball comes back over to the Indians. Back up in the front court, it comes to Marlowe, to Meek, now over to Sage Meek. Brexley Ware into the game for the first time. Haley Meek takes a 3, no good. Long rebound comes out to Sage Meek. She lines up a 3, that is good. Sage Meek drains the 3. Preston goes up 11-3 with 3 minutes to play here in quarter number 1. Into the front court. Stimson gives it up underneath as the shot put up and good there by Trinity Polaris. Brexley Ware has it, left corner. Her three-pointer from there tried to come out and roll back in. They're going to call it a 2, however. But Ware's on the score sheet, and it's 13-5. Quickly, here come the Spartans again back the other way. Her pass is taken away by Marlowe. Sydney lost it momentarily. They're going to call that a jump ball, and it's going to stay with Minico. As Hawksley back into the game. Two and a half to play here in the first. Preston up by 8, 13-8. Driving the baseline is Black. And Larson got a body on him. They're going to call a blocking foul here on Larson on the drive. As Kylie Larson whistled for the foul. That's the 4th foul against the Indians here in the first half. Minico's been yet to be called for one. With 2.5 to play here in the first quarter. It'll be Bailey Black going to the free throw line. She made 1 out of 2 from there a moment ago as she misses the first one here. Cassie Pugmire will come back in as Kylie Larson will come back over to the bench. As she'll get a little bit of a break here with 2.5 to play in the quarter. Second free throw as Black misses them both. As that's going to be a reach-in foul against Trinity Polaris. That's the first foul against Minico here, and the first against Polaris in the game. So ball out of bounds to the Indians in the backcourt. Haley Meek gives it to Sage across the timeline. Now comes back to Haley, back to Sage on the left side. Ware has it, looks for a 3. That's going to be too long. As nice save by Marlowe as he keeps it on the floor. Back to Haley Meek, who gets the shooter's roll, and it goes in. Preston goes up by 10 as Marlowe takes it away again on the pass up into the front court. And then she gives it away as it's taken away by Hawks. She has it blocked from behind. Looked like it landed out of bounds, but they're going to say play on. And now we got bodies all over the floor, and a foul is going to go against Hawks of Minico, and that'll be her first. Second team foul against the Spartans. Want to make sure they didn't call that against Preston. They didn't. So it comes into the Indians. Sage Meek looks at another 3. That's a little short. Saved on the floor. Nope. As Sydney Marlowe tried to save it, but she stepped on the inline. So the ball goes out of bounds. 15-5. Preston on top. 1:36 to play. Clock runs here in the first quarter. Hawks with it back up in the front court for the Spartans. As it goes to Polaris. She has it taken away by Pugmire. Another turnover against Minico here in the early going. Comes back to Pugmire. Sage Meek, left corner 3. No good. Marlowe had it inside, couldn't save it. Pugmire does, gives it to Marlowe, ends up in the hands of Meek. Her 2-pointer is no good. And they're going to call that a held ball underneath, and that's going to stay with the Indians this time. So Pugmire will bring it in from underneath their own basket. 1:08 to play in the quarter. Marlowe bounce it down on the post as it comes to Pugmire. Back out top, swing it in the corner. Back to Haley Meek. Bounce along the baseline. Her pass is intercepted there by Hawks. They give it to Black. Here comes Minico back up in the front court. Polaris drives through the lane. High off the glass, no good. Rebound inside goes to Stimson. And they're going to call a foul on the rebound. As that'll go against Sydney Marlowe. That'll be her first. That's 6 team fouls now against the Indians. As coming to the free throw line here is Taylon Stimson, and she makes the first as she gets on the scoreboard tonight. 49 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Her second is good again. As she has 2, and he cuts the lead back down to 8, 15-7. 45 seconds to play in the quarter. Robertson, Pugmire. Gives it back to Robertson, free throw line extended right. As it comes to Meek in the right corner, back out top, they'll swing it back to Robinson again, back to Pugmire. Clock runs with 30 seconds to play in the quarter. Left side it goes to Ware, inside Marlowe, kick it back outside to Pugmire, a 3 is good. Cassie Pugmire hits a 3. 18-7 as Preston goes up by 15 with 15 seconds left. Now they take the ball away. Robertson has it, her long 3 is no good. Taken by Black in the backcourt. Works it up into the front court, back to Hawks with 6 seconds to play in the quarter. Stimson has along the baseline. Her shot is no good, and it's going to it'll stay with Minico with 0.9 seconds to go here in the quarter. So good defense by the Indians. They have a little less than a second to shoot here as Stimson looking to get it in. She does. In the corner, Hawks for 3. Won't hit the bounce, and that's the way the quarter will end. Nice first quarter tonight by the Preston Indians as they lead by 15 as we go to the first quarter break. 18-7 the score. Preston on top. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If it's time to sell your home, retail property, or land, make sure to hire the realtor that has your best interest in mind. This is Mike Hansen, broker at Cornerstone Real Estate. As a licensed real estate broker in Idaho and Utah, I have over 20 years of experience helping folks successfully sell property. I would like the opportunity to help you list and sell for the best price as quickly as possible. Call me today to schedule an appointment. Let's work together to make the sale of your property as simple and successful as possible. Mike Hansen, 801-510-1121.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
KACH.
We'll start the second quarter. Minico has the ball. They trail by 15. As Preston on top, 18-7. Lexi Harris back into the game here to start quarter number 2. As it comes back to McManus, as she comes back in at the quarter break as well. Now they give it to Black. Right elbow, doesn't shoot from there. As it goes back to Guzman. She'll give it back up to Black. They get it back to the right elbow. They kick it back outside. McManus 3 from the left corner. Air ball. Larson has the rebound and able to control it. Now the ball's loose. Picked up again by Minico. Black has it. Pushes it back up into the front court. Back to Guzman. Swing it back to McManus. Her 3, no good. Larson with good position. Able to pull down the rebound that time. And she'll give it to Robertson. First possession here of the second quarter here for the Preston Indians as they lead 18-7. As lost it momentarily, the Indians get it back in the front court. Robertson looks at a 3, doesn't take it. Pugmire will, but she traveled before the shot. Tried to step into the shot, and referee said, nope, you can't do that. That's a travel. Tonight's game brought to you by Inland Bowl Grill inside Pop and Pins Bowling Center. Come try the best Hawaiian food right here in Preston. Ask about their catering options, too. Inland Bowl Grill inside Pop and Pins Bowling Center in the city of Preston. Black with it, back up top, gives it to Waller, swinging back to McManus. McManus, three-throw line extended left, back to Black. Her three-pointer from the left side is no good. In fact, it's an air ball taken out of midair by Pugmire. Pretty good shove there by Guzman. They don't call it against Pugmire. He gets it back up in the front court. Ware for three. That's an air ball as well from the left corner. As again, it's by Bailey Black to bring the rebound down. Okay, she'll get the ball again back up into the front court. Polaris back to Black. Now it comes back to McManus on the angle right. Back to Black. Works her way through traffic, comes down the lane, put it up, and it's no good, just short as it comes to Pugmire. Black tried to knock it away from Pugmire, but Cassie able to get it back once again. She'll give it up to Robertson. Back up in the front corner, comes in the right corner to Harris. Back out top, Pugmire. Good pass down low, in and out of the hands of Kylie Larson and out of bounds. Haley Meek will come back in here for the Indians, as it'll be Brexley Ware who will go back to the bench. Indians still lead by 11 here, 18-7, just under 6 minutes to play in quarter number 2. Up to McManus, almost picked off by Pugmire. McManus drives up into the front court, wants to turn and go baseline, off the glass, no good. Vorwaller had it, lost it, but it's going to stay with Minico over on the far side. Comes back to Stimson as they get it back in play. McManus has it, free throw line extended left here for the Spartans. Dribbles it back across the top of the key, now goes down the right side, dribbles into a double team as it goes back to Hawks. She tries to go baseline and gets cut off. Inside, now they kick it back out to Stimson again. Her shot is blocked from behind by Robertson. Controlled by Robertson. Here she comes back up to the front court. She tries to go baseline, gets cut off. Swing it over in the left corner. It comes back to Haley Meek. Bring it back over on the right side. Back to Robertson. Three-pointer from there is no good. And Stimson has the long rebound for Minico. She'll slow the ball down and she gets back to the timeline as we go under 5 minutes to play here in the first half. Stimson drives, almost traveled with it, puts it up. That's no good. Haley Meek has the rebound. Gets it ahead to Lexus Harris. Lexi goes up for the layup, too strong. As it comes back out, the rebound pulled down there by Polaris. She's able to get it to Hawks as they'll get it to Stimson back up into the front court. McManus looks at a three, doesn't matter, she traveled. That's another turnover here against Minico. We remind you to stay tuned for the Rouse Construction halftime report coming up when the first half is over. Rouse Construction, building quality homes in the Blue Sage Park community here in Preston. As comes into Larson, she gets inadvertently tripped. They'll call it a blocking foul. As the foul is going to go against Taylon Stimson. That'll be her first, just the third against the Spartans. Ball out of bounds to the Indians underneath their own basket. Down low, Harris gets the inbound pass. Haley Meek pulls up for a two. No, Pugmire with the rebound, put back in and out. As it comes back to Meek, reverse layup, no. Again, put back up by Pugmire, no. And finally the rebound is off as it comes to Guzman. Spins her way up into the front court. Then it's knocked away by Robertson as it goes to Harris to try to get it to Haley Meek, but too far out in front of her, and it goes out of bounds with 4:02 to play here in the first half. Neither team has scored here for the last couple of minutes as Preston remains up by 11, 18-7, as a timeout called here by Minico. Timeout on the floor with 4 minutes to play. We'll be right back here with more action for you in the second quarter. Preston leads 18-7.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome to West Motor Ford. We love happy customers. With multiple financing options, it's easy to drive your new vehicle home. We offer a full line of new Fords and a constantly changing pre-owned vehicle inventory. Our service department is top-notch with technicians trained for everything from routine maintenance to major repairs. With a large selection of parts and accessories, including tires, we've got you covered. So come in and let us turn up your happy meter. Visit West Motor Ford in Preston today.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome back. 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Preston leads by 11. Dan Hubbard with you. John Beverly back in the studio tonight, as that'll be a inadvertent kick, and the ball will come back over to the Indians. So Preston hustles up the floor as Cassie Pugmire will bring it in from underneath her own basket. Back down low as it comes to Haley Meek. She turns in the paint, gets it down low. Pugmire's shot is short from in the paint. Robertson has the rebound there, and then that's a reach-in foul. Ball's going to stay with Preston. It'll be a reach-in foul against Bailey Black, and that's her first and the team's fourth. So again, Preston has the ball underneath the basket here as they bring it into Robertson in the right corner. Back to Pugmire on the block. Her shot's too strong from down low. Vorwaller has the rebound on the air ball as it comes back to Bailey Black as she gets the ball back up in the front court here for Minico. Black splits the double team and then inadvertently gets hit in the eye, and the referees will call a timeout here as Black has a contact lens loose in her right eye as she's able to get it as it falls out into her hand. They'll replace her real quick as they bring in Tylee Stroud, number 1 for the first time here tonight. It's give her a chance for Black to come to the bench and put their contact lens back in. Stimson, top of the key, crosses over on Meek, then lost the ball, taken away by Larson. Good move by Larson. Gets it back to Haley Meek down the middle. Layup no good, but she's fouled. So Haley Meek will now go to the free throw line for the first time tonight, as the foul's going to go against Brianna Coyle. Her first, that's the team's 5th. And now Haley Meek goes to the free throw line. First one by Haley is good. So she makes her first free throw of the night. Wholesale changes here by Minico. 3 in, 3 out in tonight's game. Brought to you by Stokes Market, True Value. The big city market with small town friendliness. Stokes Market, True Value on State Street here in Preston. Meek makes them both. Makes it 20-8. Preston goes back up by 20-7, my bad, but you go up by 13. Full court pressure again. Tough there, and foul by Larson as she crashed into the intended target of the pass. As that's going to be 2 on Kylie here in the first half. Have to get her out again as Pugmire hustles back to the bench to check back in. As Kylie Larson will go back to the bench. And going to the free throw line here to shoot 1 and 1 will be Tylee Stroud. Stroud, a 5'3" junior. As her first shot is good. Makes it 20-8. Indians still up by 12 here in the first half. Don't forget, a win tonight for Preston locks up at least one home game in the upcoming conference tournament next week, as the second shot is no good. Pugmire has the rebound, gives it back to Sage Meek, who's back into the game in the backcourt, as it comes back to Robertson. In the corner to Haley Meek. She'll take a 3 from there, and that's good. Haley drains a 3. She has 9 here in the first half and leads all scorers in the game so far here tonight. Up into the front court, it comes to Polaris. Back to Stroud. Gets to the three-point line, terminates the dribble, gives it to Stimson. Her 12-foot jumper needs a bounce, won't get it, and a foul inside. That's going to be on Riley Nielsen for over the back on the rebound. That is 6 on Minico. They're out of fouls here for the final 2 minutes and 30 seconds of the first half. 23-8, Preston on top. Sage Meek with it, gives it back to Haley, back up in the front court. Now back over to Sage, dangerous pass. It's picked off by Black, as she can see again with that contact lens back in, and she gets the layup after the steal. As Preston has the ball back up into the front court. Meek, fall-away jumper is good from the right baseline. She's in double digits tonight as she has 11 here in the first half. Black up in the front court, comes to Polaris. On the left side, comes back over to Stroud, back to Black over in the right corner. Hawks drives the baseline, goes around Pugmire. Shot from short is no good. Gets her own rebound, and she's fouled going back up. Sydney Marlowe draws the foul. That's her second here in the first half, and 8 on Preston as a team. It's a shooting foul, so Hawks will shoot 2 here with 1:52 to play in quarter number 2 as he makes the first. (25-11). Now make it 25-12 as Hawks makes them both. Up into the front court for the Indians comes to Robertson, to Haley Meek. They'll get it inside. Marlowe back to Robertson, swing it back to Meek again. Looks at a 3, doesn't take it. Drives the paint from the right block. No shot. It'll be a traveling violation first against Haley, who comes out as Brexley Ware will come back in. Black. Good hands by Ware to knock the ball away on the inbounds pass intended for Hawks. Ball will stay with Minico, baseline backcourt. Black trying to get it in, does. As coming to meet the ball was Pilares. She turns in the backcourt and she'll give it back to Black. She gets it across the center stripe with 1:28 to play here in the first half. Wants to drive the right side, runs into Marlowe. Wow, they're going to call that a foul on Marlowe. Nope, in fact, even worse, they called it on Pugmire, a push from behind. That's going to be the second on Pugmire, but at least it's not the third on Marlowe. Either way, it's an iffy call either way, and Black going to the free throw line and misses the first. Bailey Black 0 for 5 so far from the line here in the first half. 1:23 to play. Preston up by 13. Black finally makes the last one, as she's made 1 out of 6 tonight, and she has 4 points as Harris comes back in for Preston and sends Pugmire back to the bench. (25-13), although I think it's supposed to be 25-14, I think, as Preston with it. Robertson top of the key, Sage Meek to Harris, right corner, 3-pointers too long. Rebound comes to Ware. Her putback is good from about 8 feet away. Brexley Ware has 4, 27-13 as we go under a minute. As Hawks gets it to Black with 53 seconds to play in the half. Hawks will take a 3, but she traveled before the shot. So with 50 seconds left in the quarter, ball will belong back to the Preston Indians once again, as they lead by 14 here in the first half, 27-13. As they get it to Sage Meek up in the front court. Ware comes to Harris, back to Ware in the left corner. Mishandled it, now she get it back to Harris again. Back to Sage Meek, bounce it in the right corner as it goes to Robertson. Nice move to go baseline, and then she's fouled going up. So Michaela Robertson will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple here. The foul's going to be on number 2, Shea Hawks. Her second, team's 7th, with 32 seconds to play in the quarter. And the first one by Michaela Robertson is good. Michaela, 74% free throw shooter on the year. And for Preston, as a team, shooting only 59%. And now Robertson will shoot the second free throw. Second one is good again. So Robertson gets them both. She has 4 here in the first half, and Preston up by 16 now, 29-13. McManus back into the game, has it. Free throw line extended right as she stands in three-point country as it comes to Black. Black comes back across the top of the key, dribbles behind the back against Harris, now crosses over on her, and comes back over to Guzman. Guzman back with it, top of the key again. Comes to McManus on the left side, three-pointer's good. Kylie McManus with her first 3 of the game. She has 5 here in the first half, and that's the way the first half will end as Preston gets the ball up to the front court, but they can't get a shot. So we're done with 2 here at Preston Gym. Good first half of the Preston Indians as they lead 29-16 as we go to the halftime break. Stay tuned for the Ralph Construction halftime report. It's coming up next.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Are you looking for a different kind of spot for lunch, dinner, or to do catering for your next event? Then try the Island Bowl Grill inside Poppin' Pins right here in Preston. At Island Bowl Grill, they have the best Hawaiian fare in the area. The combination of teriyaki and Korean influences can only be described in one way: mouth-watering. Offering 3 different catering options, Island Bowl Grill can host your next party in-house at Poppin' Pins Bowling Center. You can pick up for takeout, or they can come right to your house and prepare the food on site for your next party. What could be easier? Go to poppinpins.com for more information on Island Bowl Grill, or call 208-425-6128. Poppin' Pins Bowling Center, 411 South US Highway 91 in Preston.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-0810.
The Halftime Report is brought to you by Ralph's Construction. More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsize, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information, 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction, 435-232-1837.
KACH.
Welcome back. This is the Ralph Construction Halftime Report. As at the halftime break, the Preston Indians lead by 13, 29-16 after outscoring the Minico Spartans in the second quarter. You're looking for a way to escape the cold and snow? We've got tickets for you to NASCAR Weekend in Las Vegas coming up February 20th through the 23rd. All you have to do is brush up on your NASCAR trivia. Be listening for your chance to call in and win. Answer the trivia question, and you'll qualify for the drawing for tickets to all 5 NASCAR races that weekend at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, including Sunday's Pennzoil 400 presented by Jiffy Lube. Plus, you have special parking for each day and tickets to the Neon Garage as well. Be listening weekdays through the end of the month to call in and win to get qualified on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH. The drawing takes place on February the 12th. So a good first half for the Preston Indians, especially a good first half for Haley Meek, as she had 11 in the first half, as Preston certainly had the press working well, keeping Minico kind of on their heels a little bit, and the ball handling becoming a little bit suspect, as I don't have a turnover number from the first half for Minico, but they gave up the ball several times to the Indians, and that's really turned out to be the difference in the first half was the turnovers by Minico, leading to many Preston points. So 29-16, we'll come back and check the score sheet right after this.
KACH, mylocal.radio.com.
Having your prescriptions refilled has never been easier. You can refill 24/7, set reminders, save medications, and access your account from the new My Community Pharmacy mobile app offered by Preston Drug. It's simple to use and it's simple to get. Log on to prestondrug.com and enter your mobile number. We'll send you the app. It's as simple as that. There are some things in life that have been made easier through technology. This is one of them. The app offered by Preston Drug is a quick and easy way to refill medications and promote a healthy lifestyle. Visit prestondrug.com.
We're not your ordinary grocery store at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston. We see every customer as a friend and a neighbor. Stokes Market and True Value offers a clean, bright, and modern store with the freshest meats, produce, and bakery. In many ways, we're still old-fashioned. We still bake from scratch, and our bakery items are made in store. You'll never see meat with an ingredient list because our meats are all natural and cut in store. Stop in today. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
KACH. KACH.
This is the Ralph Construction halftime report. Ralph Construction, building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community in Preston. For more information, call them at 435-232-1837. Looking at the score sheet from the first half of tonight's game, for Minico, Kylie Stroud had 1 point in the first half. Shayla Hawks finished the first half with 2. Itzal Guzman played but did not score. Taylor Simpson had 2 in the first half as well. Bailey Black finished the first half with 4. Trinity Polares had 2 in the first half. Kylie McManus had 5 to lead the Lady Spartans in scoring. And Allie Vorwall went scoreless in the first half. Free throw wise, Minico was 6 of 12 in the first half from the free throw line. For the Preston Indians, Haley Meek leading all scorers in the first half. She had 11. Sydney Marlowe played but did not score. Michaela Robertson had 4 in the first half. It was Sage Meek who had 1 3-pointer in the first half for her total of 3. Lexi Harris played but did not score. Brexley Ware had 4 in the first half. Cassie Pugmire had a total of 3. And Kylie Larson finished the first half with 4 points. Preston was perfect from the free throw line in the first half, but they only shot 4 free throws. So they're a perfect 4 for 4 from the free throw line. So Preston with a 13-point lead at halftime, and with a win tonight or a Burley loss can mathematically eliminate Burley from having a shot at a home game, and thus they would clinch at least one home game in the first round of the upcoming Preston tournament, or I should say the conference tournament, which gets underway next week. So with one more point, with a victory here tonight, Preston would be able to clinch that coming up here as we'll play the second half and look to lock up that spot in the first round. Take another timeout. The second half is coming up right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information, 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction, 435-232-1837.
January is Learn to Ski or Snowboard Month. Come join our Learn to Turn classes levels 1 through 3 at Beaver Mountain. Learn to Turn is for first-time beginners ages 7 and up for skiing, 9 and up for snowboarding, and is offered daily at 10 a.m. and at 1 p.m. on weekends and holidays. Registration is $70 and includes a 2-hour lesson, your ski or snowboard rental, and a Little Beaver lift ticket for the day. Call Beaver Mountain at 753-0921 or go to our website, skithebeav.com, for more information.
The Preston boys basketball team get ready to play their final non-conference game of the year. This Wednesday night, they head south into Utah as they'll go to Hiram to face the Mountain Crest Mustangs. The push for the postseason is on with only a few games left in the regular season. You can catch the pregame show starting at 7 p.m. following the Coach Craig Smith Show, with the tip-off coming at 7:15 on 105.5 FM and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
Well, we'll start the second half Preston has the ball, and they have the lead, 29-16. Don't forget, coming up immediately as we're done here tonight here at Preston Gym, we'll take you to Laramie, Wyoming, as the Utah State Aggies on the road tonight taking on the Wyoming Cowboys. We'll take you to Scott Gerard as soon as we are done here tonight. As the little bounce pass inside, Larson's turnaround jumper is no good. Rebound inside by McManus. Gets it to Black, back up into the front court. Black, top of the key. She gives it up to Polaris. Polaris looking for somebody to give it to. She'll hand it off to Black. Back out top as Stimson starts the second half here for Minico. Wants to drive against Harris. Gets cut off. Lexi reaches in, pokes it away, and pokes it out of bounds. Nice defense there by Lexi Harris. Good pressure by the Indians here to deny Minico a good look at the basket in their first trip up the floor here in the second half. Comes back to Black. Looks at a three, doesn't take it, gives it back to McManus. Back to Stimson, now top of the key. Try to get it inside, Pugmire takes it away. Here comes Cassie, back up to the front court. Defenders are back, so Cassie will slow it down. As it comes to Meek, she drives off the glass, no good. Larson has the rebound inside, fights for it, kicks it back out. Pugmire for three, good. Pugmire hits her second three of the night. That's her 26th of the year. And it's now 32-16. Black with it. She'll try to answer with a three of her own. That's no good. Pugmire has the rebound there. Cassie crosses over on Stimson, gets it up into the front court. She'll hand it to Harris. Kick it back to the top of the key as it comes back to Robertson. Robertson looks inside, nothing to do there. She'll give it back to Harris. Pugmire in the right corner. Looking to get a shot from there. She can't, so she'll force it inside to Larson, but it's taken away. As again, it'll come back to Black for Minico, back up into the front court. Top of the key, waiting for the offense to get set up. As they'll bounce it inside to Vorwaller in the paint, can't get a shot. Kicks it back to Stimson, 18-footer's good. Taylor Stimson now with 4 points in the game. 32-18, Preston has the lead. Just over 6 minutes to play here in quarter number three. Pugmire, another three is good again. Her third of the game. Her team leading 27th of the year. As they'll tie the ball up, absolutely. As they got the ball to Polaris, and as she stopped, terminated the dribble, Robertson was right behind her. She turned and practically gave the ball to Robertson to be called a held ball, but it'll stay with Minico. As it comes into Nielsen. Nielsen, they should give it back to Black as she gets cut off as she tries to go baseline. Back to Stimson across the top of the key as it comes back to Guzman. Now gives it back to Stimson again. Good defense there by Haley Meek as Black comes to meet the ball. Free throw line extended on the right as they'll put it up and in. Good running shot there by Polaris. She has 4 points in the game and the lead back to 15 for the Indians at 35-20. Robertson to Haley Meek. Back to Robertson, holds it high up over her head in this snowy night here in Preston. Goes back to Robertson in the corner, back to Pugmire. Another three, good again! Her third of the half, her fourth of the game, and it's 38-20. That'll be a foul there probably against Cassie. Nope, yes it is. Be called against Pugmire, it'll be her third. And a timeout called by Minico with 4:56 to play here in quarter number three. Timeout on the floor, we'll take it as well. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
KACH.
Welcome back. As Preston leading by 18, 38-20. Here as the band plays in the background. Don't forget, we have got your tickets for the Brand X Conservation and Outdoor Show, Western Hunting Show going on at the Salt Lake City Exposition between February 13th and the 16th. just be listening for your chance to call in and win. Be the third caller. The giveaway goes on through the rest of this week on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH. Minico gets the ball back in the backcourt as it comes back to Black. They trail by 18 here to the Preston Indians. As the pass is tipped up in the air by Robertson, however, going to get it again was Minico. Stimson has it in the corner. They bounce it inside to Nielsen. She's tied up. And on the alternating possession rule, this one's going to go back over to the Indians. So Preston ball, baseline backcourt. Full court pressure put on by Minico. Robertson comes to meet the ball. They give it back to Harris. Splits the defenders quickly up into the front court to Marlowe. Sidney puts it up just a little bit short. Gets her own rebound inside. Has it stripped away from her. They take it away. Here comes Minico, and then it's carried over by Stimson. As Stimson got caught in traffic and tried to dribble through traffic, carried the ball over. 4:29 to play here in quarter number 3. Not quite to the halfway point of the quarter, and Ryan Harris wants a timeout. He'll take a 30. We'll sneak one in here as well. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome to West Motor Ford. We love happy customers. With multiple financing options, it's easy to drive your new vehicle home. We offer a full line of new Fords and a constantly changing pre-owned vehicle inventory. Our service department is top-notch with technicians trained for everything from routine maintenance to major repairs. With a large selection of parts and accessories, including tires, we've got you covered. So come in and let us turn up your happy meter. Visit West Motor Ford in Preston today.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
4:29 to play here in the third. Ball belongs to the Indians. Haley Meek gets it into Harris. Bounce it down low to Robertson. Off the glass and in. Michaela Robertson has 5 in the game. And Preston leading by 20. 40-20 as we approach the midway point of quarter number 3. Up into the front court, Guzman gets it back to Black. Free throw line as the ball's tied up there. That's going to stay with Minico as Pilares again was tied up by Larson. And Minico will send 4 new faces into the game and 4 will come out. Among those coming back into the game, Kylie Larson and Allie Vorwaller, the big players inside. McManus will bring it in. She gets it into Vorwaller. They'll swing it back out to Black, who's the only player to stay on the floor during that hockey-style change. As McManus, the little runner from along the baseline, is no good. Haley Meek has the rebound there. Quickly gets it ahead to Robertson. Robertson saves it on the floor neatly to Harris. Lexi brings it back out top. Three-pointer by Haley Meek, no good. As McManus has the rebound down low. She'll give it back to Black with 3:45 to play in the quarter. Black double team meeting her at the timeline, and then they throw the ball to McManus. Larson makes contact from behind. That's going to be 3 on Kylie Larson. So all of a sudden, the 2 big players in the lineup for the Preston Indians, Larson and Pugmire, both have 3. Brexley Ware comes back over to check in. As she comes back in, as Larson heads back to the bench. Sage Meek will come back in as Lexi Harris also will head back to the bench here for the Indians. As Haley Meek gets a hand on it and pokes that inbound pass away, but it goes out of bounds with 3:33 to play here in quarter number 3. Get it down low to Vorwaller. After the inbounds pass, to try to bounce it inside, taken away again by the Indians. Marlowe has it, steps around one defender, gets it back up into the front court. She'll swing it across to Ware. Down the Sage Meek for 3 from the left side, no good. Marlowe has the rebound, dropped it, has to go back and get it. Gets it back to Haley Meek. Her 3 again is no good. Robertson has the rebound, fights for it inside. Taken away, however, by Allie Vorwaller. So an empty trip for the Indians with a couple of good shots from inside, but they couldn't get it to go. Ball comes to Coyle. Black with a 3-pointer, no good. As Vorwaller gets the rebound, but then travels. Another turnover here against Minico. Under 3 minutes to play here in the quarter, 2:52. Preston up by 20. They've outscored them 11-4 here in the quarter, has Preston. As They get it back up in the front court. Tried to get it to Ware in the corner where she was supposed to be, but the ball ends up going into the drum section in the band over on the far side. Coaches looked at Haley Meek. She said, hey, she was supposed to be there. I was throwing it to the spot where she was supposed to be. Black, Vorwaller at the free throw line. Will kick it back out as it comes back to Hawks. Now back to Black again. Her three's no good. Rebound is picked out of the air there by Sage Meek. Weaves her way through traffic to get the ball back up in the front court to Haley Meek. To Ware in the corner. Back outside to Meek. She cross-court pass to Sydney Marlowe. Her three from the right side is no good. And poked away from behind. They're going to say that's off McManus, who can't believe the call. And it's going to stay with Preston underneath their own basket as Guzman comes back in, and Hawks will go back to the bench for the red-clad Spartans. Robertson to bring it in underneath their own basket. Gets it into Haley Meek. They'll call that a 2. It will not go either way. Ware has the rebound down low. The putback is in. Brexley Ware has 6 in the game. And it's 42-20 as we go under 2 minutes to play here in quarter number 3. Black. McManus for threes, too long. Ware has the rebound. She gets cut off as she tries to get cut out of the backcourt. And she'll give it up to Haley Meek back up into the front court here for Preston. In the corner it goes to Sage Meek. One bounce dribble. She looks baseline, can't go there, so she'll get it back out. Swing it back over to Ware. Back to Marlowe again on the right side. She then goes a one bounce dribble. Gets it inside. Robertson turns left-handed. No good. McManus with the rebound. To Black. Back up into just comes up short of the timeline. Now finally crosses the line. And gives it back to McManus over on the left side. As the ball comes back to Guzman. Back out top. 1:05 to play in the quarter. Back to McManus. Her three is good. McManus with her second three of the game. She has 8 in the contest. And another timeout here on the floor. 42-23 with 1:02 to play. Timeout called by the Minico Spartans. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information. 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-1837.
KACH.
Ball belongs to the Indian baseline backcourt after the timeout. Final minute here of quarter number 3 as it comes to Harris. Swing it back over to Ware. Back down inside. Robertson tries to dribble around traffic. Puts it up. That's no good. The rebound is off of the Spartans, and will stay with Preston with 46 seconds to play in the quarter. Comes back into Harris. Top of the key. Preston leads 42-23. They lead by 19. Back to Robertson. Back to Harris. Drives. Kicks it back off to Ware. She comes across the paint. Gives it back to Harris. Back out top to Sage Meek. Sage going to call a double dribble on her. As 29 seconds left now in the quarter, and the ball's going to go back over to Minico. Tonight's game brought to you in part by West Motor Company with Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks all available right here in the city of Preston. Black with it, gets it up into the front court. Goes back across. Back over again to Guzman. Down low and a reach-in foul against Ware. Tried to get it to Black down on the block as Brexley Ware will be called for the reach-in. That'll be her first and the team's third here in the half. Still no fouls called against Minico here in quarter number 3. 12 seconds to play. Comes to Black. She looks out, comes. She'll take the three-pointer from the angle is good. Bailey Black has 7 in the game as she hits her first three-pointer of the game. Harris not going to get the ball out of the back court before the time expires. We'll go to the fourth quarter tonight, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, with Preston leading 42-26 after 3. We'll go to the fourth quarter right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
The fourth quarter of tonight's game is brought to you by Webb Funeral Home.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH. KACH.
Yeah, here we go, the fourth. As right off the inbound pass, Itzel Guzman called for a holding foul in the backcourt. That's just her first. In fact, it's just the first of the half against Minico here as we start the fourth. Fourth quarter brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. Harris up to the front court as he comes around the screen, set there by Larson. It goes to Ware, back outside to Pugmire, but not before Ware travels with the ball. 42-26, Preston on top. They hold on to the lead. They'll clinch the number 4 seed at minimum here into the conference tournament next week and would host a first-round playoff game coming up a week from Thursday. Remember, they still have one more regular season game. That's senior night coming up on Thursday when Century will be here. Give it back to Black for three-pointer from the angle left is good. Black with 10. She has a couple of three-pointers in the game. But Preston has to hold on to the lead. The lead's now down to 13. Ware, free throw line extended right. Comes to the angle, can't get a shot, so she'll give it up to Pugmire, who brings it back across the top of the key and gives it back to Harris. Harris wants to drive, just to Meek, down low. Harris flips it up toward the basket wildly. Pugmire had it and dropped it out of bounds. Shea Hoxie comes back into the game. 7:01 to play here in quarter number 4, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. 42-29, Preston on top. Black gets it up toward the timeline, now gets up into the front court as she works against Ware. There's Larson there to double team her. She gives up the ball and now kick it back down low as the pass comes to Nielsen, can't get a shot. Kick it back outside, back to Hawks. Her shot is no good, but Harris has the rebound there for the Indians. Dribbles through a triple team, gets it up into the front court. Back to Pugmire, looks at a three. Nope, she traveled. Too bad because it went in, but she traveled before she took the shot. Kayla McManus comes back in here for Minico. Backcourt pressure again here by the Indians as they get it back to McManus up into the front court. Right against the sideline, working against Ware. Bounces the ball inside. Larson knocks it away for the Indians. It goes to Sage Meek. Sage looks into the front court. She'll get it up to Harris. A three-pointer from the right side. Needs a bounce, won't get it. Pugmire has the rebound with good position down low. Outside to Ware. She'll take a three. No good, but she's fouled. And she's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 3 shots. McManus called for the foul. It's her first, just the team's second. But it's going to be 3 shots coming up here for Brexley Ware. The fourth quarter of tonight's game is brought to you by Webb Funeral Home here in Preston, as the first shot is good by Ware. You know, when you're in your time of need, you need professionals with true compassion. That's what Webb Funeral Home can give you. Webb Funeral Home, just off Highway 91 at the south end of the city of Preston. Brexley Ware misses the second. She still has one more to go, as the Indians will now resort to the old hockey line change as they send 4 fresh faces onto the floor as well, including Riley Ward, but she's going to be coming in for Ware, so she has to wait while Ware shoots the last free throw. Sorry, get a little tongue-tied here tonight. Free throw by Ware is good, as she will leave and head to the bench. She now has 7 in the game as she makes 2 out of the 3, and Riley Ward into the game for the first time. Ox loses the ball. She has to go and get it in the backcourt, able to keep her dribble. She gives it off to Black. Black gets it back up in the front court with 6 minutes to play here in the quarter. A 3 from the top of the key is good again. Bailey Black with her third 3 of the game. She has 13, and Preston wants a timeout with 5:54 to play. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH.
Preston leads 44-32. 5:54 to play here in quarter number 4. Dan Hubbard with you tonight from Preston Gym. John Beverly back in the studio, and we'll get you to Scott Gerard, who's with the Utah State Aggies as soon as this game is over, as the Aggies are in Laramie, Wyoming tonight, taking on the Wyoming Cowboys. And tip-off of that game is still about 17 minutes away or so. So hope we'll get you there just in time, hopefully, for the opening tip. Haley Meek goes to Ward over on the right side, free throw line extended, and then Riley is pinned along the sideline, but she's fouled as Shea Hoxie will draw her third team foul of the half against Minico. As the inbounds pass comes back into Haley Meek. Goes back to Robertson, back across the top of the key. She'll give it back to Riley Ward. Ward goes back to Pugmire. Doesn't take the shot. She'll give it back to Robertson back out top. 5.5 to play here in the quarter. And then Robertson traveled. Thought about throwing the pass, thought better of it at the last minute, but she'd already committed herself and then traveled, trying to get her balance back. Black gets it up into the front court for Minico. Back to Perez as it's taken away again. Robertson has it again for the Indians. Back to Ward up into the front court. Riley comes down to the near sideline, gives it to Pugmire, back out top to Robertson. Sets for a 3, good again. Robertson takes the 3 and hits it, her first of the game, her 15th of the year. And the lead back out to 15 again, 47-32. Black back up in the front court. Oops, inadvertently trips there over Pugmire, and that's going to be 4 on Cassie. Team's 4th as well. And again, Pugmire is going to have to come out as Sydney Marlowe will come in for her. Not much contact there, but she tripped over Pugmire's feet, and that's going to draw a foul every time. Stimson tries to back in on Marlowe. Good pass down low to Black. However, it's knocked away by Larson, taken by Robertson. They get it ahead to Marlowe. Sydney's layup is good. Sid gets her first 2 points. It's 49-32. Nice looking break there run by the Indians. Black back up into the front court here for Minico. Drives down the right side of the key. Wild shot, and that'll be a holding foul. And she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. The foul's going to go against Riley Ward. That's just her first. But going to the free throw line here is Bailey Black, who's made 2 of 6 so far tonight. And makes the first one here. 4:26 left in the 4th. Brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. Preston's going to go into a press after the free throw. Black makes them both. As she now has 15 in the game. As Preston gets the ball up to the front court, and then Larson travels. Preston, the Indian players, the Lady Indian players, when they try to stop, they drag the back foot. That's going to be a travel every time. Preston up by 15. approaching the midway point of quarter number 4 tonight. Guzman up into the front court. She crosses with Black and gives Black the ball. Goes to McManus down the lane. No good. Wild shot pulled out of the air by Riley Ward. She gives it off to Haley Meek. Meek gets it up into the front court. Checked up along the sideline, then knocked down along the sideline. Shea Hoxie will draw the foul. That's her 4th. And now 4 on the team as well, as Preston will bring the ball in from the far sideline in the front court. Comes to Ward, back to Robertson. Under 4 minutes to play now in the 4th. As we go to 3:50, Robertson pulls up, 13-foot jumper, needs a bounce, won't get it. Larson tried to get the rebound. It was poked away from her. It goes to Black, to Stimson up into the front court. Stimson under full head of steam is cut off there. She'll give it back to Black. Another 3. Good again. That's 4 threes in the half for Black. She has 18 in the game. As it's down low, back to Larson. Turn in the paint, no good. Taken away again as the turnover comes back again to the Indians. They have Black with 20, so we'll go with that. Either way, the lead's been cut down to 12, 49-37. Black gives it back, now gets it back again from Guzman, driving, lay down underneath to Stimson for the layup. 49-39, the lead down to 10. Minico making a run here in quarter number 4. Here comes Robertson. Gives it to Marlowe, back to Meek. Haley Meek, two-pointer, no good. Rebound is off to Black and a reach-in foul against Larson. That's going to be 4 on Kylie now as well. So Pugmire has 4, Larson has 4, and Preston wants a timeout with 2:46 to play. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If it's time to sell your home, retail property, or land, make sure to hire the realtor that has your best interest in mind. This is Mike Hansen, broker at Cornerstone Real Estate. As a licensed real estate broker in Idaho and Utah, I have over 20 years of experience helping folks successfully sell property. I would like the opportunity to help you list and sell for the best price as quickly as possible. Call me today to schedule an appointment. Let's work together to make the sale of your property as simple and successful as possible. Mike Hansen, 801-510-1121.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Remember, if you're looking for some way to get out of the cold and snow, we've got your tickets for NASCAR weekend in Las Vegas coming up February 20th to the 23rd. Just press up on your NASCAR trivia and be listening for your chance to call in and answer the trivia question and qualify for the drawing to all 5 NASCAR races that weekend at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, including tickets to Sunday's Pennzoil 400 presented by Jiffy Lube. Plus, you have special parking passes for each day and tickets to the Neon Garage. Be listening weekdays through February 11th for your chance to call in and win to get qualified on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH. Ball belongs to Minico with 2:40 to play in the game. They trail by 10. Preston leading 49-39. Bad pass taken away by the Indians. It goes to Ward up in the front court. Meek bounces it down low to Robertson. Put it in. It went down, started to come back out, and finally went in again. Robertson's got 10. Preston leads 51-39, and what do we got? 5-second violation call against Minico. So another turnover goes back over to the Preston Indians. Actually, they called it a foul. It was a foul on Itzel Guzman, her second. So my bad, it was not a 5-second violation. It was a foul on number 5. Preston looking to get the ball in. Someone's got to come to meet it. They get it to Larson. Down low to Robertson. And she's fouled from behind on the shot by Bailey Black. That's 2 on Black. 6 on the team. In fact, 6 on both teams now as Robertson will go back to the free throw line once again. Robertson so far tonight is 2 out of 2 at the line, and that one is off. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Naylor Insurance. For life, home, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw, stop by Naylor Insurance on State Street in Preston or call 208-852-0810. That's 208-852-0810. 0-8-10. Second one by Robertson is no good again. She missed them both. 2:15 to play. Preston able to hustle to get the rebound, and Pugmire is fouled in the backcourt. That'll be 7 on Minico as a team. The foul is going to go against Black. That'll be her 3rd. And it's going to send Cassie Pugmire to the line to shoot 1 and 1. 12-point lead as Perales comes back in. Hoxie will leave. And 1 and 1 due for Cassie Pugmire here as she stands at the line. The first one, no good. She missed the front end. The rebound is off to Guzman. 2:05 to play. Quickly up into the front court. McManus for a 3 of her own. That's no good. Nice rebound by Pugmire to take it away from a pair of Minico players, and she's fouled in the backcourt. Holding foul will go on Polaris, her 2nd. And Pugmire will go back to the free throw line again to shoot another 1 and 1. .201 to play. Pugmire back to the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1 again, and she missed the front end again as the rebound is off to Polaris. Up into the front court, it comes to Stimson. Wants to drive. That's a blocking foul on Pugmire, and that's 5. So Pugmire is going to foul out on the blocking foul, as she will leave with a total of 12 points in the game tonight. So Sid Marlowe comes back in with 1:54 to play as Pugmire fouls out. Taylon Stimson will go to the line where she's 2 for 2 tonight, and she makes that one. She has a total of 7 in the game. The lead down to 11. 1:54 left. Stimson's second is no good. Long rebound comes off to Haley Meek. Circles her way through the backcourt, gets it across the timeline. She'll give it up to Riley Ward back into the game. Back to Marlowe. Back out top, back to Haley Meek. They'll swing it back over to Harris. She'll look at a 3 from the right side. No good. High bounce off the rim is taken down there by Black, who snags the rebound. Ahead to Stimson, stumbles, able to collect the ball, then get it off. If she gives it back to Polaris, and she's drived and she's fouled. So Polaris will go to the line. Foul's going to be on Riley Ward. That'll be her 2nd. 8 team fouls now against the Indians, so 1 and 1 coming up here for Trinity Polaris. And their first one is good. Now she'll get the second with the lead down to 10. They'll try to make it single digits here with 1:27 to play, and they do. A 9-point lead for the Indians, 51-42. Comes back to Meek. Haley drives, pulled up at the free throw line, swings it over in the corner to Harris. Can't get a shot, she'll come back out top to Meek again. Haley looking for room to operate, dribbles through a double team, throws it over to Marlowe. It's over her head and out of bounds. Another turnover against the Indians. So Minico's got the ball again with trailing by 9 as Stimson gets it back up into the front court. Dribbling against Marlowe. Rubs her off on the screen. Back down low. It goes back to Polaris. Turnaround jumper. No. She has her own rebound and lost it out of bounds. So the loose ball comes back to the Indians once again. Under a minute now to play in the game. 53 seconds to be exact. You got to get it in as they hand it to Ward, but not in time. Nope, timeout Preston. So the Indians take a timeout. We'll sneak a last one in here as well. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome to West Motor Ford. We love happy customers. With multiple financing options, it's easy to drive your new vehicle home. We offer a full line of new Fords and a constantly changing pre-owned vehicle inventory. Our service department is top-notch with technicians trained for everything from routine maintenance to major repairs. With a large selection of parts and accessories, including tires, we've got you covered. So come in and let us turn up your happy meter. Visit West Motor Ford in Preston today.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
So here's where we are. Preston leads by 9, 51-42, 53 seconds left in the game, and the Indians have the ball. Up into the Robertson gets it up into the front court. Nope, the pass was deflected and out of bounds as Pilar's got a hand on it there for Minico. 47 seconds left in the game. It's all right for the Indians. That ran 6 seconds off the clock as they get it back into Harris. Harris for the front court to Ward. Ward gets it back to Harris. The clock runs with 40, and they have to come and foul her, and they do. So Lexi Harris will go to the free throw line. Bailey Black draws her 4th. That's 9 team fouls now on Minico. And here's Lexi Harris at the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1. The first one's no good. Larson's got the rebound. Put back. No, as it rolls off the rim. But that bounces off the shoulder or the forehead of Black and out of bounds, and it stays with Preston with 34 seconds left. Harris trying to get it in underneath their own basket. Again, you got to hurry. Look for somebody to give it to. They finally get it into Haley Meek. Meek steps inside the free throw line, the three-point line, gives it down low to Robertson, and she banks one in for her 12th point of the game. Preston back up by 11. 23 seconds to play as this one is all over, except for the shouting as it comes back outside to Stimson. Her shot no good. Haley Meek has the rebound again for Preston with 13 seconds, and she's fouled in the backcourt. So that'll be in the double bonus as Haley Meek will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. The foul's on Kaylee McManus, her second, and Preston is going to win this and guarantee themselves a first-round home game coming up in the conference tournament, which will be a week from Thursday here against a team yet to be determined, as the first shot is good. Right now, it could be against Twin Falls. Second one is good again. So Haley Meek is 4 for 4 from the free throw line, 55-42, 7 seconds left. Black with another 3. That's an air ball. Is saved onto the floor by the Indians. Robertson gets it ahead to Harris, and that's the way the game ends as the Preston Indians pick up a win here tonight by the final score of 55-42. The next game coming up for the Lady Indians will be this Thursday. It's senior night as the Century Diamondbacks will be here. Make sure you're here early as the Indians will celebrate the high school careers of 4 outgoing seniors. Our next broadcast is tomorrow night as the Preston Indian boys hit the road. They head to Hiram to take on the Mountain Crest Mustangs. Our coverage starts at 7 o'clock following the Coach Craig Smith Show from Old Chicago Pizza in Logan. You can catch all the action on FM 105 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll take you to Laramie, Wyoming, and Scott Gerard. He'll have the call of the Utah State Aggies against the Wyoming Cowboys. That's on the way next. Thanks for listening and watching. Have a good night.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.